We back, bitch.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey.
fuck. It's been like, 3 weeks.
Oh. Woo.
Damn.
Feels longer than that, 3 weeks.
Apologies, my friends. Yeah, work's been a drag.
For both of us, yeah, I got a job too.
Yeah,
man.
the update. He's now a working class man.
The anti-work, I know, but
listen. The Satanist himself has now joined the rest of us.
Listen.
What happened?
Listen.
You got a kid.
No, well, the end of the year just fucking slammed me unexpectedly. And I need... The end of the year, I underestimated how much money I'd need for the end of the year. And I'm going on a holiday. And... the main reason that pushed me over the line to get a job is that trading was going good. It was fine, but you can't really make much progress without having money. You need money. So I was like, fuck it. I'll get a job for I'll stick it out for a year.
Yeah.
I'll save up as much as I can and trade properly.
Yeah, yeah.
Especially when I'm living with someone who is trading big money, and I'm seeing him make big money all the time, and I'm sitting there like, bro, fuck, I'm over here trading fucking
like $5
peanuts.
Yeah, yeah. It's
I'm like, fuck this, bro, because that's what he did. He saved up like 10 grand
and then chucked it in the
and then started trading, and now he's fucking making heaps of money. So I'm just gonna do that.
So,
and my job's great. I got very lucky with my job, so it's not so bad.
Yeah,
stick it out for a little while, and that's it.
Yeah, well, explain to the people, what are you doing? You're a furniture salesman.
I sell furniture. Yeah. I work at a furniture store. It's a commission job, but we get base salary, and I'm having fun. I'm learning a lot. I'm still very new, but I've learned a lot, and I've already made a lot of sales, and it's fun. I like talking to people. I like selling them shit. It's fun, and it's a good job, laid back, good team, everything. It's good. Perfect scenario I could have asked for if I was going to bite the bullet and get a job, which I did, obviously.
It's weird, because before you got the job, you hated your old Coles job. You weren't talking to anyone.
Coles sucked.
And now you're talking to people at work.
It's very different, because Coles, the main difference that I love so much is that this is a 9 to 5 every day, right?
Yeah.
I know what time I'm working. I know what days I'm working, and it's the same every fucking day. At Coles, it's like 12 to fucking 6 this day, and then 7 to fucking 6 tomorrow, and then you're off work, and you're always dreading a phone call because they're gonna fucking ring you and ask you to come in and cover someone's shift. Fuck that shit. I'd way rather do a 9 to 5 and not have that. I never realized how much. It's my first 9 to 5 too, by the way.
Yeah.
Full-time job. And I'm actually enjoying it, but we'll see how long that lasts. But anyway, it's a good job. I'm just going to stick it out, save up money. That's the goal. End of the year, holiday, all that shit. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do, all right?
Where are you going on holiday?
We're going to Cairns.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
just a little holiday. I got a fucking 1-year-old, man. We can't go. We can't do too much until she's older.
Fucking I've done the same thing. Because my trading the same thing. It was okay. Like I was winning one, losing one, winning one, losing one, which is not supposed to be how you trade. With trading, you're not supposed to be losing. Like the traders that I watch, and these motherfuckers are doing this shit live too. But the traders that I watch, these cunts lose like maybe 5 times a year, bro. That's no cap, because they're doing it properly. They sit down and they look at the chart and they discuss it with the people on the chat, and they evaluate and do analysis. And if the analysis doesn't look right, they don't take the trade. And that's what you're supposed to be doing. And that's how you make fucking $2,000 a trade, bro, because these motherfuckers are doing it properly. So I basically just took out all the money I had in my account. At this point, I'm basically like dead even. I've like made no money. I've lost no money. So it is what it is. I've taken everything out and I've just gone back to the paper trading. I'm just practicing, and I'm doing the same thing. Usually I'm just now going to save and just chuck money every week into that account and try get it to, at least $5,000 before I start, upping the lot size and trying to do it properly. But I'm just going to practice the whole time and just keep researching and stuff like that.
I don't want to talk about trading too much because we do every fucking episode. What I found much more success in as well was when I was swing trading. When I was swing trading, instead of trading like we were talking about in the beginning, where we were trying to scalp and we were practicing scalping, which is where you make money in minutes, I would much rather put one trade on, wait 5 days, and then exit the trade.
And take your profits,
I had much more success when I was doing that, but then I just needed more money to make a real difference. So there's no point.
Well, you need money to make.
I know what I'm doing. I got the practice. Save up money. Let's go.
All right, man.
Anyway, so that's that. What else is going on, man?
What do you got, man? What do you got?
Oh man.
I'm trying to get a quick little EP together before the end of December. It's going to be hard. I've got about 4 weeks to do it. I think I can do it.
I can't because my laptop shit itself. I'm lucky. I got box cutters and steak knives with Moby coming out on Friday on the 9th. I'm grateful that I had that already ready to release, and I got the music video, the lyric video on my phone, so I can upload it to YouTube through my phone. So I was very lucky. So that'll still come out like normal on Friday. Box cutter, steak knives, and Moby. But yeah, no more music for the end of the year for me. I think.
For me, it'll be I'm trying to get so you're gonna have to come here to record that verse of that beat I sent you, right?
Yeah, I wrote to it too.
Okay, cool. Verse. Okay, that's fine. We can maybe do that this weekend. Just because I'm gonna try. There's no promises. If worst case, it will be for January. But it's gonna be something fun. It's not gonna be something that I sit. I'm just gonna put shit together quickly and just a few instrumentals, maybe four songs, 5 songs max. I'm just gonna upload it. I probably won't even tell. I'll probably just shadow drop it. I'm not even gonna bother marketing it. It's just gonna be something. I feel like I want to release one more thing before the end of the year, just because I had a quiet second half to the year. What's your plan for next year? The music. Are we gonna continue with the fucking one thing a fortnight kind of thing? Are we gonna take a step back? And what do you reckon?
I don't know.
What's the vibe?
So next year, what I think I'm gonna do actually.
What's the vibe?
I don't know, actually. See, what I wanted to do was at the end of the year do the DZ Sundays album and have all the releases plus the unheard tracks in an album.
What, for
all
this
the DZ
year?
Sundays. Well, that's what I was going to do at the end of the year. But
It's a good
now
idea.
that I don't have unreleased stuff though. I don't really have much unreleased stuff. So I don't know. I might be able to find some
throwaway,
unheard tracks. Otherwise, it's just going to be a collection of shit you've already heard. So I don't know. But
I think the Sundays idea is a good idea.
I will continue it next year probably. But like I'm saying, like Call Our Names, Box Cutters and Steak Knives, they're not these at Sundays. I'm dropping this track on a Friday, and that's why the cover art's different. So a little tidbit for you. What I'm doing it as is DZ Sundays will be the releases every fortnight where it's a coloured background of a simple image, and they'll drop on Sunday, and that'll be DZ Sundays. And then stuff where it's like me and another main artist, or like where it's like a collaboration more sort of thing, they're not going to be DZ Sundays. So DZ Sundays is finished for the year. I'll probably bring it back next year, and it's a lot more throwaway stuff, DZ Sundays too. It's like a beat, quick tracks that I can do myself, mostly. I'll still have features on them and shit. But the bigger, more, like tracks are more put into them, I'll drop them on Fridays probably, and they'll have different art. That's what I decided to do. So These Are Sundays is officially done. The last track was fucking Keep Going.
With Jazz, yeah.
With Jazz, that was the last track. Next year I'll bring it back probably. I'll change the art. I'll do a different color background. I did red, did purple. Yeah, man, I like doing that. But we'll see how we go. The flag's here. World Cup's on. All the way.
We got knocked the fuck out by
we used to be good.
Korea.
We're not so good anymore.
I mean, it is what it is, man. We need, new coach, new players that are young
Times
and
change,
inexperienced, and then our older players are experienced, but they're just old. And it's just, it is what it is. Look, I'm glad to be quite honest. We didn't do too good in qualifying round, so I'm glad we got knocked out when we did, because if we versed Brazil, we probably would have lost 10-0, just like they pumped Korea 4-1. So it is what it is. It's probably our first time we haven't made it to the round of 16 in a fucking long time. But, it is what it is. We did have a dream team back in the day when we had, Fortland and all that, but now it's done. So hopefully we've got 4 years now to sort of revamp it all and get going again. Have you been watching any games?
Fuck no.
Are you kidding me?
Fuck no, man.
Man, Japan. No. Fucking shout out to those motherfuckers, man. I'll put $20 on those cunts to win the whole thing. It was returning like 1,500. Man, I wanted them to fucking go all the way so bad, man. They fucking deserved it, bro. Did you see the controversy with what happened with the Japan versus Spain game? Bro, these motherfuckers, right, it's tied 1-1. Yeah, it's tied 1-1. And towards I can't remember if it was like the 70th minute, the 80th minute, it's the back end of the game. Bro, Japan are attacking Spain's goal. And they put this through ball in Japan, right? And the it's overshot bad. Like, no one's going to get this ball. So the Spain defenders kind of just like let it go. These two Japanese cunts are sprinting for their like an anime, like they're sprinting, and everyone's like, nah, the ball's gone. The ball rolls out. He slides, First guy misses it, and then the second guy comes sliding in, kicks it, gets it back into the field of play, and they scored off it 2-1. And everyone's like, nah, it's not going to count. Good effort, good effort. They check the VAR, and the ref comes out, boom, gives the goal. They ended up fucking winning and progressing into the round of 16 because of that. And all the TikTok videos, straight away, everyone's going, bro, that's out. Like, the whole ball was out. So we're like, what the fuck? They just been robbed. Everyone's going, it's rigged, it's rigged, it's rigged. But then when the FIFA released the VAR footage, you look at the top view, it's a sphere. So a sphere on different angles can look heaps, different but the same, right? So from the angle they showed on the TV, it was out. But from bird's eye view, the ball was touching the line by like 1 or 2 millimeters. It's like that much. If the ball's touching the line, it's in. And these motherfuckers chased it till their last breath and kept it in by 1 millimeter. So it counted. No rules are broken. It's a goal. But unbelievable, bro.
Did they get knocked out of the 16? Or are they still in?
Yes. No, they lost to Croatia penalty shootout, which is a real shame.
Bro,
real
I
shame.
fucking love Japan. I'll be
They're crazy.
Bro,
have you heard of Blue Lock?
I saw the
Blue Lock anime soccer thing?
No. Oh, I have
soccer
heard
anime?
of the sports animes. I've never heard of that one.
Bro, so Blue Lock, I think it's new. Apparently, the creator of Blue Lock created the Japanese international jersey. And that's why everyone was saying, these motherfuckers have got the powers of Blue Lock. That's why they're doing so good, bro. It's fucking cool, man. It was cool.
I like hearing that.
Good on them, man. Good on them.
I saw a video of them in the locker room at halftime, and he was giving like a motivation.
Let's rewrite history and shit.
Fuck, I love Japan. Fuck America.
Saudi Arabia beating Argentina, random as 2-1 as well. Saudi Arabia.
Bro, I'm telling you, times are changing. It's been ages, man. Teams change. People revolve out and revolve in. New teams, new players, things change. I don't even recognize any of the fucking popular players now. I'm out of the loop, bro.
The only team that's fucking consistent is fucking Brazil. Their new team is scary.
Brazil will always be good.
Scary.
The whole country's fucking good.
They get a homeless man off the street and he's better than fucking the best player in Australia.
It's insane.
Australia did pretty well too.
Yeah, good on the boys too, man. It was good to see that, like in Sydney, everyone was getting together, and I didn't want to go to work. I wanted to go watch it and shit. But
Australia's been getting better and better as well, consistently as the years go on. The younger guys in Australia, the guys who are into soccer, they take it pretty seriously.
No, well, that's what I was saying we're talking about this at work. What's annoying about Australia is because everyone gives a fuck so much about fucking rugby and AFL and then second cricket. Like, this country, bro, we're not a poor country. We've got the funds, we've got the facilities, we've got the fields, we've got the coaching and everything. We've got everything. We've got everything. Like, we got what it takes to make a great beautiful international team. Especially the funds. We've got the money, we've got the facilities, we've got world-class pitches and fields, stadiums. But they're not used. They're used for rugby. Like, no one gives a fuck about soccer here. But if people cared more, if it was advertised more, maybe the younger people, instead of fucking growing up like knuckleheads going, I want to run at fucking, you know what I mean?
Soccer's a pussy sport.
Like, they don't realize, soccer's going to pay you fucking 10 million a game rather than fucking 10 grand for rugby. Like, you know what I mean? It's just, it sucks. It sucks because we have everything, we have all the tools to make a beautiful international team, but no one cares.
Just not the passion. Everything except the passion.
It sucks.
Which is weird too, because it is the most popular sport in the world by far.
Except for here.
A lot of people don't know that, but by far, except America and Australia, and it's because even in England, it's crazy how in England it's so popular. But,
mate, in England they're bad. Like, they fight. They're still fighting and shit over it. Like, they love it. They love it.
Soccer's a great sport, man.
I love it, bro. It's been a very interesting World Cup. Predictions now, though, for me, to be quite honest, honestly,
where's the octopus? I think the fucking octopus.
Yeah, nah.
He's probably killing
now. Apparently, people are doing FIFA simulations where they put all the teams in FIFA and then they do like a thing. But yeah, my prediction's Brazil. They're just too deadly, man.
Boring, but probably accurate.
Boring, and they are the favourites, but
accurate.
Honestly, I think Brazil. I see probably Brazil versus Spain in the grand final.
Actually, while we're on the topic, because I got a question, I just remembered I did put up Instagram questions, and we'll do the rest at the end, but we'll touch on this one because it's related. So, I just made it general. I said, ask us a question for the return of FireCast. And Zexa said, thoughts on the World Cup and people not respecting a country's rules and decisions. So how there's all that controversy about how in Qatar you're not allowed to be gay and shit. It's a very conservative country. And I think my belief on that is if you wouldn't normally go to Qatar because you know their rules are like that, but then you go because the World Cup's there and then you complain about the rules. It's like, bro, you wouldn't book a holiday for Qatar for yourself because you know the country's like that. So what does the World Cup being there have to do with anything? They chose to have it there. That's it. It's their country, their rules, whether you like it or agree with it or not. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but that's their rules. You wouldn't go there normally and do all that shit, would you? So why does the World Cup make a difference? You know what I mean? You don't go to a country, you don't go to fucking North Korea, and even though everyone knows it's bogus and bullshit, you wouldn't run around fucking naked and doing all this dumb shit because you know the rules. It's the same thing.
I don't think it's as bad as everyone's banking out to be, man.
I don't think
bro, like there's videos of the people in Qatar and they're so nice and everyone's being like, just because there's a couple of bad headlines and complaints I don't think it's as bad as everyone's making it out to be honest. It looks like a fucking lit time. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's just, it's a very conservative Middle Eastern country and everyone knows what they're like. You wouldn't book a holiday there normally, then don't book a holiday because of the World Cup and then complain. You know what I mean? It's just the same rules are going to apply. Anyway, that's my opinion on that. Yeah, man. I don't really watch the World Cup. I've been out of sport. But speaking of sport, you know what I was going into actually a while back? Have you ever seen ice hockey? Like watched ice hockey?
Yeah, it's just crazy.
Did you know, everyone knows, right, in ice hockey they fight. Right, fighting's a big part of ice hockey, but I thought it was still illegal. Fighting is in the rules. It's part of the game.
You can fight, yeah.
Yeah, and it's funny because I was watching clips on YouTube of hockey fights, and the commentators, once the fight starts, they start commentating like it's boxing. They're like, "Yeah, here comes a big left hand."
Yeah. Like that's two sports. There's two sports in one. Yeah.
I went down a rabbit hole of it, and they have a position on the team called an enforcer. And that's the big brute dude
fighter
who fights. He starts fights. He picks on the guy on the other team doing the dirty plays. They send the enforcer in.
What the hell? I did not know that. That's hilarious.
And the rules go, right? So if you want to initiate a fight in ice hockey, you drop your gloves. And if the other person drops their gloves, it's on. Yeah. But if you fight with your gloves on, you get suspended. You get
So you're allowed to fight, but just don't you dare hit him with your gloves on, though, because you're out. That's fucking
still rules.
Americans are fucking hilarious, man.
It's Canada more than anything.
Well, yeah. Well, Canadians are just wish versions of Americans, right?
Fuck, man. I was actually going down a big rabbit hole watching best ice hockey fights and shit. They're wearing ice skates too. Like
that's dangerous, man. You fall over and you get cut with it, bro.
Cut your hand off, bro.
And I love how all the ice hockey highlights aren't of like cool goals and plays. It's just cunts fighting. It's fucking.
And if you fight, whether you win or lose doesn't matter. You get 5 minutes. The punishment's 5 minutes, and they go in the box for 5 minutes, both players, and then they come back.
And they just come back like nothing happened. Yeah, that's fucking.
It's a cool sport, bro. It's very brutal, skillful too. Like
the skating aspect and shit. Yeah,
the goalkeepers and shit. It's a tiny puck like this, bro. Yeah. It's fucking pretty impressive.
Imagine copping one of the puck to like in your mouth to your teeth.
That's why they wear the fucking Jason Voorhees mask.
That'd be fucked, man.
Knock your teeth out.
God damn.
And you also got to be able to fight.
You got to be able to throw hands too.
Fucking hell. I've got one. So have you heard of fucking Felix? I can't remember the last name. The fucking cunt who did the highest jump from fucking space. The cunt starts fucking. Was that real or what?
Yeah, was real. Yeah.
I watched the video on that heaps a couple of weeks ago. I was like, what the fuck? And this cunt's like literally starts losing control and tumbling through the air and shit. And then he regained his composure. And how did he fucking survive that? Like, what? Don't you blow up in space or something?
He was on...
They only just passed
It was space.
The very edge of it, eh?
Yeah, technically space.
How did he get there again? How did he get there in a pod?
A balloon.
He ballooned himself all the way to space.
It was like a hot air balloon.
Just to jump off. What?
It's not that far. It's not as far to get to the...
Like the rim. Like what, 30 minutes? Just going straight up?
No, it's more than 30 minutes. But it's not as far as you think. I can't remember off the top of my head how long it takes. But That's like what Jeff Bezos and shit did. You know, they go on there. You know how Jeff Bezos and everyone, they're starting to do touristy space things.
Yeah.
They have non-gravity for like 13 minutes or something. So the whole flight, they're only affected by no gravity for 13 minutes because they're on the very edge.
The very brim, yeah.
I don't know how high this Felix guy went. I don't remember.
And he fucking
That was
jumped.
ages ago, you know?
Yeah, it was like 2000 or something. Like,
no,
ages ago.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
2016 or something, I think.
Either way, it was ages ago. And he fucking jumped, the cunt. He jumped, and then they were all clapping, and then he starts tumbling. They're all like, oh, fuck. And then he's like, Felix, are you all right? He's just fucking spinning through the air. I was like, fuck that, man. What the hell? He had to. That's an idea that you get when you smoke crack or something, mate. He's like,
bro,
I'm going to jump from space.
Bro, people do wild shit, man. I was actually watching the other day, too. Have you heard of free soloing? You know what free soloing is? So there's rock climbers, right? People who rock climb these big cliff faces. And I watched a documentary on rock climbing on Netflix. And there's this thing called free soloing, which is like a subgenre of rock climbing where they climb the rocks with nothing. Nothing on. Do you know how many people have died doing that shit? A shitload of like famous fucking like popular rock climbers have died because they try to go up with no one around either. They have no help, nothing. They get no equipment and they climb up these massive cliff faces. Why the fuck would you do that?
I don't know.
I don't know, but there's fucking a lot of people that do that shit. A guy named Alex Hanold or some shit, I think his name is. He's like the most popular guy. Do you know actually on TradingView, when you first go into TradingView and it's got the picture, it's either got that guy
like a mountain climber
standing on that's him. That's the guy. And
okay,
he's pretty well known. And the documentary was about him free soloing this massive cliff face in Yellowstone.
And he survived.
Yeah,
he did it.
He's done it, but he doesn't seem right. Something.
Yeah, fucking of course he doesn't seem right. What the fuck?
Apparently these people, like, they don't feel their amygdala. He had, like, a brain scan, and it's like their amygdalas, something's wrong with it. They don't feel fear like other people do.
Oh, they literally don't have the
it takes a lot more for them to get
scared and shit. Yeah, so okay, that makes sense.
This guy's fucking doing it just to feel something, I think. But it looks a bit like...
No, fuck that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's fucking weird.
Fuck that.
People do so much weird shit. Like
I wouldn't even get on my fucking roof, bro. It's only like 2 meters high in case I fall down, break a leg.
And then you got that, that French Spider-Man guy. Remember that guy?
Doing the buildings and
that's
shit.
free soloing. They do it on buildings too. Same shit. What the fuck is?
How does he scale the building? He's got suction cups on his hand. Like, how do you do that? Like,
I don't know, but I don't know how they do it. These fucking guys do it.
That's fucked. Let me get rid of that one. I actually had so many points as well, but I had to start deleting them because they were just
that's
so
what I did, bro.
Out of context and shit. I had a random one too. This was just random. As how funny is it when you're talking and then you accidentally spit on them and you watch the spit go flying and you both just look at it and then you're just like, yeah, fuck, I just spat on you. Like, yeah, I know.
I know. There's nothing you can do.
I literally had that written down for some weird reason. All right, what do you got, man? What do you got?
Oh fuck, man.
For the Christmas special, should we try to get whoever can make it out of the TJM boys? I'm gonna order 2 more of these microphones, so they shouldn't take too long to get here.
It's a small room in here, bro.
That's the issue. We could. Oh no! See, we literally can't. What would have been dope is outside. On the big table, but how are we going to plug this cord into the computer?
Well, did you see the Safe Boys setup one?
Yeah, that was cool. I'm halfway through it.
Yeah, it was mad setup, bro. He had the full table, everyone. That worked perfectly.
Did he move his PC tower or something? What were they plugged into?
I don't know.
Oh, because they record into a card, don't they? Maybe if we just buy a micro card, we won't need to plug it into the computer. So you know how for backups you can buy a card?
Yeah, SD card. Yeah, that'll work.
We'll buy one of those and maybe do it out there. So we'll all just sit around and then there's only 4 microphones though, which is a shame.
Yeah, but we can,
just take turns.
Have everyone around. Heaps of podcasts do that. There's always guys off to the side and shit. But that'd be fun, man. To have it's gonna be hard getting everyone together though. Fucking trying to get these cunts together. Yeah,
it's fucked. If you can make it, you can make it. I think that because they'll be mad. Deck outside with like tinsel and shit. Do like a mad Christmas special.
Have you heard of Michael Tolotis?
No.
All right. Well, this guy, he was a Greek Orthodox monk, right? And he's known for never seeing a woman in his life. He never saw a woman. So he was born in like 1863 or some shit. And his mother died 3 hours after he was born. Right? And then he was dumped on the steps of a monastery on a big mountain. And then a law was passed where in that certain mountain range and shit, no women weren't allowed up there. No women. It was only men. So this guy lived his whole life in the monastery. He never left. And he died at like the age of like 86 or some shit. And he lived his whole life never seeing a woman, not once. And all the comments on the video that I saw were like, the world's happiest man.
Oh, what a lucky prick.
Yeah.
Doesn't know what nagging is, whining.
But imagine
Anyway, so what, was he rooting the other monks or something?
He probably wasn't at all. He probably had fucking cum leaking out his ears. And shit.
Wow. Well, he's the world's luckiest motherfucker then. Because
Imagine never seeing a woman ever.
it'd be the best, but the worst.
Bizarre. He lived a long life too.
Yeah, obviously, right? Lived a long, happy life. But when you're with a woman, you die at like age 40 and shit. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Hell, man. That's fucking
Yeah, I
whack.
thought that was interesting.
All right. I got this was a sad one. Did you hear of the plane Cessna 551?
No.
This was only, I think, maybe last month or 2 months ago, where it wasn't a big plane. It was like one of those little it's always the little dodo seaplanes that crash. But the plane lost pressure. Like it didn't pressurize the cabin, and it just something fucked up with the pressure and the oxygen, and everyone on the plane, including the pilot, ended up passing out. And they crashed into the Baltic Sea. So you can actually look on TikTok like the flight path, and the plane's just like normal, and then all of a sudden it just starts circle, spiral, and it just spirals into the sea. Very fucking sad. And obviously the people are trying to contact this plane, but there's no response because they literally passed out like asleep.
I think I did hear about that.
Yeah,
It does
yeah.
sound familiar. Fuck.
Baltic Sea, where the fuck's that? Is that Yeah, so it basically just went into autopilot and flew around until it ran out of fuel. Yeah.
That is terrible.
Imagine that though, being the unlucky cunt who just wakes up like right before, like, and you're like, fuck, like this thing's going down and every cunt's asleep around you.
I did see a video of, those little air shows. They're doing an air show.
Yeah, and then one come into the other one. That was in America, wasn't it? Yeah. Texas or something? That was was that a military air show? I know. I saw the video. I know exactly. And then everyone's freaking the fuck out. The plane blows up and shit. Yeah. That's fucked.
Imagine seeing that unfold. Do you know what I've always wondered too? How is there enough people to do every job? I feel like there must be more people on Earth than they tell us. Surely there's more than 8 billion. Because, bro, how many fucking pilots do you know? And then how many flights there is every fucking day? And pilots work every single day of the year, no days off.
Yeah.
Or like a fucking, like someone who sorts through garbage, like a fucking tip. Who the fuck do you know that does that? Who does that? And think about how much garbage there is in the country, or recycling plants and shit. I always wonder that. Like, or postmen. How's there enough postmen to get the post everywhere? How many fucking postmen do you know?
I saw 2 postmen today on the way home just at Melville, like unpacking the mail fucking box. I totally didn't realize they still had those weird ass mail box, like, the big mail bins at the front of the shops where people literally put their letters in. I thought they got rid of that shit ages ago. I didn't even realize there was still mail. I thought cunts were just texting each other these days.
And you have to buy stamps for those fucking things.
Yeah, it's weird. Fucking. Yeah, I don't know. Fucking, and the thing too about garbos that everyone in school would always like make jokes. Oh, you're going to be a garbo when you leave school. Now those cunts are on like $45 an hour.
It's no different to any other job. Their council job. Isn't it?
And they make the most money. Like $40.
It just sounds like shit because you're shoveling garbage. It
sounds like a terrible job.
We did it. We're here. 30 minutes in. I
got a few weird topics too. So.
Right, have you ever heard of Dogman? The Dogman encounters. So this one spun me out, not for what you may think. This one spun me out because I'm pretty sure half of these videos were old school Bigfoot sighting videos. Do you remember those videos when you were in school and YouTube? Like, let's be real, right? Everyone's first conspiracy is fucking Bigfoot.
All right.
When you're a kid. Or everyone. I don't care what anyone says. The first thing that some weird cunt, the weird cunt in the class, fucking Henry, the weird cunt that no one speaks to, would come in on, you know, he's on his little fucking on his little BlueBerry phone and shit back in the day, like in primary school. It's like, oh, this is like Bigfoot's real. You know what I mean? I got clear memories of like us in primary school, and then year 7, year 8, we'd all be watching Bigfoot videos. I swear most of these Dogman videos were old Bigfoot videos, but I'll show you the TikTok videos. I'll post them on the YouTube video.
What the fuck's a Dogman?
That's the thing.
Half man, half dog.
It's literally, but the only thing I can describe it as, it's like a scarier version of Bigfoot. Now, there's this one video that was a fucking spin out, bro. Like, again, it could be fucking fake. I don't know, man. But whatever the fuck it is that this cunt's filming is fucking creepy. And if it is like an outfit or a costume, fuck me, it was a fucking scary one. So let me give me a second while I just fucking quickly try to find it.
This guy's always sending me this type of shit.
Oh, bro,
everything he sends me is fucking weird videos of fucking people seeing creatures and shit.
I think I sent you the video, bro. The Dogman video.
You might have.
It's the cunt in the bush, bro, and it zooms on his face, and it's like this weird fucking, like you don't even know what the fuck it is.
That could be a wolf, that could be a coyote, it could be all kinds of shit. Why are there always new names to these things? I thought it was fucking, what was the witch thing called? The fucking
it is
shape-shifting witch thing. Now they're called Dogman. Why do people always come out?
That's what I'm saying. These videos all look like this one, bro. What the I think this is the one. Bro, what is this? And this is not a fucking animal, bro. Unless it's like a deformed, it like stares at the camera, bro. Can you see it?
No.
You really can't see that.
I have to hold
bro,
things
look,
to see, bro. I'm fucking.
It's paused on it. It dead set looks like a fucking ogre. It's like a really ugly dude, or it's a fucking creature.
It looks like shit. I can't fucking see anything.
How can't you see that?
It looks like some type of animal or some type of wolf. Or
okay, yeah. I keep forgetting that your fucking eyesight's fucked. Okay, so
what do you mean?
The people who see it on the YouTube video, they'll be able to see it.
Wait, I might be able to.
It looks fucked, bro. It's actually creepy as.
It takes my eyes a minute.
It's like got a full face.
It's closer than I was expecting. Okay, yeah, now I see it. Yeah.
It's like right there.
Yeah. What the fuck is that?
I'm saying. So the Dogman's apparently like this, like wolf, bear, humanoid fucking creature thing.
It looks like a crackhead.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's either a fucking real ugly dude or a crackhead.
A crackhead been sitting out in the rain too long.
But the weird thing is, I swear, I have a memory of seeing such similar videos, but cunts were just calling it Bigfoot. It's like literally the forest, and then like you just see something walking past, but it's never a clear video. It's always like a fucking filmed on an Android or a fucking, you know what I mean? But yeah, I know, it was just trippy. And then I went down the rabbit hole on Dogman for ages, and then I scared myself, couldn't sleep for a while and shit. It was weird. But yeah, that was a weird. Just, I don't know, if anyone's ever heard of this shit that I'm fucking bringing up, please comment and let me know.
If you find any Dogman sighting, if you see a Dogman, send your video into FireCast. We'll report
and that guy at St. Mary's Station is not a Dogman. That's just the local crackhead. But
did you know in Buckingham Palace, onions and garlic are banned?
Why?
And they're related to the real Dracula, the actual Dracula in real life. The royal family is related to him. And onions and garlic aren't allowed in Buckingham Palace.
Because of that?
Well, we don't know why.
What the fuck?
We don't know why. But that's sus, isn't it?
I don't know.
Why were onions and garlic banned in Buckingham Palace?
How do you know that's true?
That is true. Google it right now. Google it. Onions and garlic are not allowed.
Just because it's on Google doesn't mean it's true. Like,
real.
Why would
Google it?
So you're telling me no one in the royal family at that place? What if Prince Philip loves onion?
He doesn't. Watch. I bet you he doesn't. I bet you he doesn't eat it.
Weird.
Google it. They're fucking not allowed. Why? Tell me why. What's that? Are they just adding fuel to the fire? Is it a funny joke? Like, you know, because they're related to Dracula, maybe it's like a joke. They're like, yeah.
Could be like a weird ass inside joke. And then all the guards that love onion and garlic are spewing. They can't have a chicken kebab. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
they eat it outside.
Fuck me.
The guards can't eat anyway. They just stand there fucking.
Yeah, fuck.
Stiff as fucking a rock.
Have you heard of spin launch?
No.
Spin launch is
Let me refresh my memory. So this is fucking interesting, right? So spin launch, I'd show you the video if I could, but it's been so long since I've seen this, it's probably lost in the fucking abyss. But spin launch, all right? So spin launch is basically, it's a project to launch satellites into space through a new method, right? And I'm pretty sure they've already run tests, they've already launched. And what they do, right, it's like a big machine, huge. And it's got like a big circle part here and then like a tube that shoots out from the top. And what they do, it's like a centrifuge, and they spin the fucking satellites or the fucking the package. They spin it, whatever's going into space. They spin it here until it catches speed, and then and they shoot it and literally launch the fucking thing into space like a slingshot. Wow. And this is built. You can see video of the real thing. It's not like in planning or anything.
Yeah,
it's already fucking built, and
yeah.
they've already done launches and shit.
How don't they damage the satellite though? How do they?
I'm not sure on the specifics of it, but it's called spin launch. And isn't it crazy how it literally just spins and shoots it, and once it gets once it gets to space, it just goes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Fuck! Oh, that wasn't too bad. Like,
yeah, how does that work?
I don't know.
Maybe it's got like.
It's just trippy. How do they spin it so far? Because at that speed and velocity, that can do some damage. But how's it not breaking any, like the antennas and shit on the satellite?
That's an interesting thing too. Well, satellites, they're built to go extremely fast. They're going super fast through space. That's what people don't understand, right? When I see all these non-believers or who watching the NASA live streams and shit from the ISS, and they're like, everyone's talking about space debris, and they're like, oh, well, you don't see anything in space. Where's the space debris? Like, bro, if you go outside into the ocean, you don't see any fish, do you?
Mm.
That's how big space is. People got this such a...
Where's the space debris? Like they're expecting like tidal waves of rocks and shit.
That's what people say. When you look at the live streams and shit, you never see anything. Only just the Earth down there. But it's such a humongous space. It doesn't look like it, but it is. It's like literally going in the ocean. So you're not going to see a little fucking piece of debris flying past. Like it's there's a lot of it, and there's too much of it. But it's rare that you will see it on the fucking camera. It doesn't mean it's not real.
It'd be like dunking a GoPro in the middle of the ocean and having a live stream. You probably wouldn't see a single fish.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what it's like.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
And it literally is the size of the ocean and then some. Picture the ocean is all of Earth, right? It's like 70% water. Well, just above the Earth is exactly the same. It's even more. So like all that debris is in a massive space. So you're not going to see it on a fucking NASA live stream. And then that's what people use as evidence. Like, it's fake.
Yeah, they're the fucking idiots.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
I've always wondered that too, though, about space. Because I always kind of thought too, I'm like, you don't fucking see anything. But it's actually just such a big space.
Yeah. Oh, fucking... Yeah, I don't know. That's fucked. People are dumbasses. They just don't want to believe what they're seeing.
And then you get the flat earthers, which are even fucking worse.
Fucking... I don't know if we spoke about this, but you see how Steve will do it's officially been cancelled?
Yeah.
He's not allowed on YouTube.
We touched on that. He's on Rumble now.
He's on Rumble now. Him and 6ix9ine got fucking injections in their penises to try enlarge them, and the needle was like this fucking long.
Oh my God, what the fuck?
And they're both screaming in pain and shit. Oh, it's fucking quality.
Did it work?
I don't know. I didn't watch the full video, but fucking quality content, man. They're in Dubai at the moment.
See,
just partying and shit.
People will cancel these guys. But then you got fucking Balenciaga fucking doing child porn.
Yeah, that what the hell was going on? My missus sent me.
This just goes to show that cancel culture are the most useless fucking cunts on earth. You're cancelling dumb shit. Cancel this, bro. I bet you Balenciaga's still going to be alive and thriving because you fucking idiots aren't doing anything useful if you're cancelling. Cancel Balenciaga. Everyone who owns that shit should know. And if you dig down the rabbit holes, all the people who are like creative directors and this and that, they all have like Instagram pages of like weird child art. Like there's this one person who's on the team of Balenciaga. I think it's a creative director or something, some woman. And if you go on her Instagram, she's got like a child's nursery with blood everywhere and then like images of all this fucked up shit. And it's okay. That's on Instagram. But fucking Andrew Tate or Steve will do it is banned for fucking liking Trump or something. You know what I mean? Like, bro, fuck you cunts. Get your shit together. You let this shit slide Man, I just can't believe.
Well, that's the whole point, because it's like what Kanye was saying. So he was saying in an interview that like the reason they do this is because they're trying to make what they're doing like
okay. You're supporting it. You're saying, yeah, that's all right.
They so subtly tell us what they're doing that dumbasses like you guys, the listener, they know. It's like subliminal messages. Like it's in your self, it's in your consciousness in the back of your brain, but because you're too busy fucking caring about what Andrew Tate's saying, you're letting all this bullshit slide, and then the big companies like Balenciaga and the elites and all the other bullshit in the world, they go, okay, we're telling these cunts what we're doing, and no one cares.
And they're okay with it.
So they keep doing what they're doing. Kanye West is literally saying this, and people think he's crazy, but it's the people that are saying he's crazy are the ones that are getting this like child porn and abuse thrown at their face in messages and symbols, and they're so dumb they don't realize it. Well, it's fucked.
To be fair, in that area, I do see the world changing, and that's why I'm always optimistic and positive, because I am seeing things go in a positive direction ever so slightly. Because like with this Balenciaga stuff, I'm surprised it's even getting the coverage it's getting, and the fine details are getting coverage. Like in one of the post from Balenciaga, you can see the document under the item of clothing, or I think it was a purse, and it's like a law from a child pornography law. And that law, if you read the fine print on the paper, it was a law that was that went into court about child pornography and whether in that digital photos of children in sexual positions is not classified as porn and is allowed or whatever. And that was the document they chose to have under the purse in the campaign. So, like, why the fuck would they do that? And I've seen that getting a lot of coverage too. Just a fine detail like that, which is good to see. And also about Kanye West, also someone who's digging himself a pretty big hole. He's taking it a bit far. At first, I was like, okay, I can see some truth in what he's saying, but he's just making it worse and worse, and he doubles down. But I saw a very interesting point from Two Bears, One Cave. Tom Segura said this, that when someone on the street is bipolar or has mental health issues and they're having a manic episode and they're saying all this shit, outlandish shit, you'll just go, oh, don't worry about him. He's having a manic episode. Nothing he says is, but because Kanye West is so prominent and in such a public space, when he's there saying all this wild shit and then saying, I'm fine, I'm not, everyone is criticizing him as if what he's saying is like real, but he's someone having a manic episode. And if it was any random person, how many times have you heard some random crackhead on the street saying crazy racist shit or crazy abusive shit, and you just, whatever. Slide, yeah. It's just whatever.
Of course.
But because Kanye West is in a position of
it's Kanye West,
prominence, exactly, but he's no different to anyone else with mental health issues. He's clearly having some type of episode. Because did you see him on Alex Jones' podcast?
What, like recent or like ages
recent?
Ago? No,
that's why I don't think
not the recent
your
one.
Your brain hasn't. That's why when you're talking about Kanye West, I could see that you're still kind of on his side. But
no, I'm on his side, mate. The reason he's crazy is because he can't. No one's listening to him. I'd do the same thing. I don't
trust me, Iggy. I was the same, but you have to. If you watch him on Alex, he's not well. He's clear. He's Netanyahu is the president of Israel. Right, and he's got he brought on Alex Jones. He's wearing a full mask covering his face. He's got a little fishing net and like a jar of peanut butter as like a net, and like it says Yahoo on the jar or something. And he's pretending to be Netanyahu, saying all this shit. And he's like, "Look at me, I'm Netanyahu." And he's doing this on the show, like he's crazy. Like he's not.
What's Alex Jones
He's
saying?
not well. Alex Jones looks like the more sane person on the show. He's like trying to say. Like Kanye West will say something and Alex Jones will try to rein it in and be like, okay, yeah, I kind of see. But then Kanye West just doubles down and he's like, I like Hitler. And Alex Jones is like, no, I kind of see. And he's like, no, I like Hitler. And he's saying shit like that. Like he's saying ridiculous. At first I could see truth in some of the things he's saying.
How does he get to that point? Before all of this, he wasn't like that. He was making killer music. He had some opinions and he was very opinionated, right? And obviously, in the span from when he started as a musician to now, it's been many years, and some shit has happened in the middle. That's what everyone seems to fucking forget. Everyone just goes, "Oh, he's crazy." Yeah, how did he get there? Because he wasn't fucking crazy when he was a fucking multi-billionaire top producer of the world, making music with Jay-Z, fucking Beyonce, fucking Eminem, with every cunt. Everyone wanted a Kanye West beat. Everyone wanted a Kanye feature.
Well, he's
seen some shit, bro. That's what I'm trying to say.
He's always had bipolar anyway. It goes in episodes. He's just, I feel like he's going through an episode. And I saw a video that was interesting the other day, another recent one, where he was talking that he admitted that his mum was a sacrifice. He's like, my mom was sacrificed. He says Dr. Dre's son was sacrificed. He's saying now in Hollywood this seems to happen a lot, where all these people have someone close to them sacrificed. And that was weird just seeing him admit that. It was a short clip, but like he admitted his mum was a sacrifice. So it was weird for him to say. He's never said that before. But yeah, he's going. I agree with the stuff he's saying when he's exposing Hollywood and how it is, because there's truth in what he's saying. But I feel like he's going deeper and deeper and deeper, and he's blinding himself with this position, and he's doubling down, and it's just he's not good with his words. He never has been.
Yeah,
and he's having after seeing him on Alex Jones, he's clearly not well. He's got an episode because not even just the stuff he's saying, but the way he's acting.
Yeah,
is like he's having a manic episode. He's nuts, bro. What's that?
This is right. This is my theory, and this is I stand by this theory. So, up and coming superstar, doing very well for himself, obviously exposed to high amounts of money very quickly. And with that amount of money, you're around very, very, very rich people, which is something we've discussed on this show thousands of times now. People like the elites who have so much fucking money that they could buy whole countries. That's how much money we're talking. And Kanye at some point in his life would have had that money, right? One of the richest musicians / producers / whatever the fuck in the world.
He still has that money.
Now, he's obviously seen some shit or been exposed to some shit, right? And he starts slowly saying shit and coming out and trying to expose / warn / whatever. You don't know. He could have done something he highly regrets. We don't fucking know what these cunts are doing at these elite parties. Like we spoke about in an episode. If you want to see the small snippet of what we're talking about, watch Queen of the South, or go back to the episode where we spoke about that episode of Queen of the South.
Or go to my TikTok.
Or go to his TikTok.
His video. It's got over 200k views of this cunt.
It's one of our fucking viral TikToks, right? Listen to it, because it's not fucking made up and it's not bullshit, right? He then comes out and starts saying some shit, trying to warn people, trying to whatever it is. Call it whatever you want. Bipolar episode, whatever. He's saying shit that he's seen or been exposed to, and he's uncomfortable with it. They then approach him and they're trying to shut this cunt up because he's got money, he can influence people, and he's going to fucking say some shit that's going to expose us. They either take all those trips he had to the mental hospital for a breakdown. Nah, man, these cunts are pumping him with drugs. They're trying to shut him up, keep him docile, make him look like the crazy loon. I'm telling you, bro, over the years, that fucking takes a toll on your fucking brain. The same thing would happen to me if I start saying some shit and cunts fucking like take me aside to a fucking hospital and they're fucking injecting me with fucking ketamine and liquid this and morphine, bro. You're gonna be fucked, bro. For years, you'll be fucked. The first couple times you probably like it because it'll be the best high ever. After a while, you get fried, right? This cunt's fried, whether it's mental, whether it's whatever the fuck. But at some point, bro, this cunt was approached. I don't know by who or by what, but he has seen some shit, man. I'm telling you.
I don't disagree with a lot of what you're saying, but that it's very. I'm trying to keep. I don't know anything, and no one does. So talking like we know, because when I see shit like this, and I see people exposing Hollywood and the elites, I think, wow, that's great.
It could be fake.
If it's true.
It could be a setup.
There's a thing called controlled opposition as well.
Yes.
Which a lot of people believe Alex Jones and shit are.
Yes.
Even people believe Andrew Tate and shit are. There's no way to tell what's real or not. And the fact that Kanye West, a lot of people as well are saying that it's not even him on Alex Jones' show because he's got the full mask.
Oh, you reckon it's literally not him?
But
has he made a tweet about being on the show?
It seems like it's his voice. It sounds like his voice, but like it's just bizarre. It's all bizarre, and we don't know. We never will know the truth. And it's like I still want to have faith when I see people exposing Hollywood and exposing their elites. I still want to have faith that it's, legit, but maybe that's what they want us to know. You know what I mean? And then the proof is in the pudding with Balenciaga and stuff. That's right there. How much more proof do you need? The people who are in denial still and believe that this stuff doesn't go on, the proof is right there. Look at the Balenciaga stuff. It's clearly there. Whether they want us to see it, whether they want what's happening now to be happening or not, we don't know what the grand plan is. This could all be a part of the grand plan. It's just, there's no way to tell anything. So you got to try not to get too invested in anything, really, and just look at everything with a non-biased perspective. That's what I try to do. So when I see what Kanye West is doing, and I hear some of the things he says, yeah, there's truth in what he was saying at the start. But then after seeing him on Alex Jones' show, he was saying a lot of shit that is just bogus. And then as well, like, maybe they put him on there with the whole mask on to make him look even crazier than he is to kind of tarnish his name. But then where's the real Kanye West? He's not speaking out saying, oh, no, that wasn't me. They're fucking fooling me. You know what I mean? So what is going on? It's hard to tell.
See, but the thing is, even if he did come out and say that it's not him,
they wouldn't believe it.
No one's going to believe the cunt.
Exactly.
That's what, so he's probably going, fuck it. Like, I don't give two fucks anymore.
Anyway.
You just don't know.
The moral of the story is, don't trust anyone. You don't know. Keep a open mind and try to.
Don't trust nobody.
But if I don't see any cancel culture fuckwits, with Balenciaga should be non-existent after this. And have you seen? I saw a video. Who's Hugh Jackman's friend? The woman, the actress. I forget. The blonde woman, Nicole Kidman. Nicole Kidman, right? I saw she is a big endorser of Balenciaga, right? I saw a clip recently.
Is she Australian too?
Yeah, she is.
Oh, no.
Of Hugh Jackman was doing some show or something, and then there was a clip of like where Nicole Kidman, they're really good friends or whatever. He's doing like an auction, and from the crowd she says like the auction, and then it's like a big moment, and they come up and he sees her and they hug and shit, and then everyone's saying like, oh, that's just her trying to keep. This is her media stunt to try keep the fucking press off her being involved with Balenciaga. It's like she's trying to keep the heat off her by like doing other shit, so people talk about the other shit instead. So like, I don't know. But same with Kim Kardashian. Kim Kardashian was trying to be very giving Balenciaga the benefit of the doubt because again, she's a huge endorser for him. But now she's kind of had to at least give a statement. But still, even child pornography should be where the line is drawn. That's it. You cut all ties of them. But even Kim Kardashian, do you know what their excuses was? They were saying, oh, we're taking legal action against the photographers. We never approved of this. We didn't see. Bullshit.
Everything is approved.
Bullshit, man.
Everything gets passed down the line to the big boss, and then he gives the green light or not.
If you look at the photographer who took the photos, that's what he does. That's like his thing and shit. Like, obviously, they knew what they were doing. So this is bullshit, man. Don't believe these fucking idiots. And Kim Kardashian should have just said, that's it, bro. If she had any fucking,
Mate, if that was me, man, if that was us and we had big money, we had sponsors and shit, and some sponsor pulled some shit like that, man, I'm telling you,
You're
fuck,
done.
I'd be hiring goons to run through their house.
I bet you Kim Kardashian quickly speaks out against, toxic masculinity and patriotism, but child porn. Oh, maybe we'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Man, fuck you, Hollywood cunts, man. America's a fucking shithole anyway.
It's ridiculous, man. Man, if that was me,
twisted. Where's cancel culture now?
I'd be fucking hiring fucking goons to run through these cunts' studios and houses to dig up the dirt. Bring me him alive.
Dig up the dirt.
Bit of torture. Rip off their nails one by one. Get the truth out. Boom. Hand off, boom, chop the foot off. I'd torture cunts, bro. You'd have to. It's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Like, these people must be destroyed. They must be destroyed.
Yeah, they must be
I wouldn't
destroyed.
do it. I'd hire a goon because I've got the money, so I'd hire a goon. But
I've had enough of Hollywood, bro. Speaking of Hollywood shit, bro, I saw recently on Jimmy Kimmel, I believe it was. Camila Cabello went on there, and she was, oh, look, I went on a trip. I was taking a photo, and if you look in the background, you can see a UFO. And they made a thing on Jimmy Kimmel, and she showed her clip of her on a holiday, and you can see like a little object like UFO. This is them normalizing fucking all this alien shit, because I'm telling you, they're going to do Project Bluebeam. I'm telling you, it's fucking fake bullshit. Why are all these celebrities and shit just now coming out and talking about this stuff? It's fucking Project Bluebeam, I promise you, because it makes no sense that just now, where was Camila Cabello fucking taking this video 10 years ago, 5 years ago? This shit, I betcha, Like, why are they only comfortable talking about it now? And why are they disclosing alien videos and alien footage, the CIA and shit? Why are they doing it now? Why is Barack Obama going on talk shows talking about aliens now? Why fucking now? Because it's all a part of the plan. Everything is happening in motion and in stages, and it's exactly what they want you to ingest and to believe. So all these aliens, all these celebrities talking about aliens, fuck them. It's fake fucking hologram, Project Bluebeam, one world government shit up.
Have you seen the
Promise.
Have you seen how
Fuck these aliens. Don't believe them.
there's like documents of like the CIA like approving like that telekinesis is like real and shit? Have you seen that
CIA
shit?
documents. I talked about them before.
CIA documents where
they talk about
in writing these cunts are saying, yeah, this cunt's got telekinesis. We've been like monitoring him and shit. Like, is that real or what?
They
Like,
talk about remote viewing and shit as well, and like
they're doing like
they
tests
say
on these people and
Nikola
shit.
Tesla's from Venus in the documents and shit. Like, what the fuck is this shit? I don't know if it's weird because it's like those documents are there, but no one cares. It's like if the like and I think they just released it because they knew people would have that reaction. No one, it's too hard to believe, so people don't believe. That's right there. Like,
Yeah, that was my last point actually. The CIA telekinesis approved documents. That was weird because there's heaps of videos and stuff, but the videos are so fucking old. Like these documents are literally in like ink and pen and like ink and paper and shit. Like, or it looks like it anyway. That's how old these videos are. Like it looks pretty crazy.
yeah, I don't know about these CIA documents, man. That was like that other one I talked about in the episode where I don't know. I talked about a few of them, but like they have documents that kind of contradict the narrative we're all told, and no one is it real? It's hard. It's hard to determine. But
are we even real? Like what? Where are we?
Well,
what are we doing?
Good thing you said that because the Nobel Peace Prize winners this year, a lot of you probably have heard about this. They proved that the universe isn't real, and they won the Nobel Prize. So they proved the universe isn't real by if you get two particles which are quantumly entangled, right? Which means they're always so if this one's up, this one's down, always, and you separate them as far away as possible, they're not affected by the speed of light. So if this one's up, this one will always be down, no matter how far away they are. So they've done all this research and all this evidence, and they kind of prove that the universe is only present when you're looking at it, when it's being observed. Which is
what?
So like
what?
The universe.
So what do you mean? Hold on. So if you get two particles together, they're going to always be like this.
Well, two quantumly
How?
entangled particles, but forget that because it's particle science and we're not scientists, but that's just the methodology of, in fucking caveman terms, of how they kind of went about this research. But basically the moral of the story is they prove that the universe is only here because it's being observed, which is another interesting point too, because in spirituality, I've been reading this book by Esther and Jerry Hicks called Ask and It Is Given, I think it's called. It's a book about manifestation and shit. And it says, which is facts, that basically the meaning of life is that when we decide to come here from the spirit world, we know what we're getting into, and we choose, we're basically God, we're eternal, we're all one, we are consciousness itself, but we come to earth in this realm, in this form, to experience ourselves from a different perspective. So I've taken the form of my eyes to see myself, which is you, from this perspective. All the trees and shit, we're all the same. We're the same consciousness, the same
that
being.
is fucking hard to wrap.
So,
man. So
I know it sounds hard. It's hard to explain.
We're like, have you seen the movie Soul, bro? Disney movie?
We've spoke about that.
Have you seen that movie?
Yeah, I have.
It's like that, right? We're little essences, little spirit essences, right? We're like little souls, we're little wisps. And we are looking at nothing, but we're making it something. But why is everyone then looking? So example, right? So that theory, I'd be for that theory, but it doesn't make sense is if the universe isn't real, it's only real because we're looking at it, how are we looking at the same thing? Wouldn't everyone's perspective of the universe be something different?
We are one thing.
So we're all one.
Technically, we're alone on Earth, if you think about it. I'm you, you're me, I'm that plant. We're the listener watching. We're basically a lonely man sitting in an empty, dark void of blackness. And we've split ourselves up into all these different things
to make
to have a different perspective of ourselves. And that's what kind of resonates with me, is that I've always believed that, and I've always heard when people say everyone is one, or I am one with all, that type of shit, you kind of hear, but until I read it put in those terms in the book, it really resonated and it made sense to me. But like, so it kind of made sense to me that that's why people worship God and shit and worship something greater, because we're worshiping ourselves. We've come here to experience that almightiness, that crazy creator ability from this perspective. I'm in this body to see myself through different eyes. It's very hard to explain. It's hard to wrap your head around. But once you know, you have to read it a few times in different places and kind of really comprehend it, and then it'll make sense. It'll click.
Well, I mean, speaking on books and stuff, shout out to Mick Morales. He actually messaged me. Apparently, he's got a cousin who's just released a book on like spirituality and shit, and like how you view the world and stuff like that. So he said that as soon as he's done reading it, he reckons it'd be dope if we read it and then we talk, like, give our opinions on FireCast.
What's the book called?
I can't.
I'll get it right now. I'll buy that shit. I love that shit.
Let me just. I don't think he told me the name of the book. He just said, "Hey man," because so Mick, he DM'd me about this book like literally like I think ages ago, like back all the way like when we were doing like episode like 25 to 30. And he's like, "Look, man, my cousin's making this book, blah, 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 blah." And then he only DM'd me like a couple of days ago. He's like, "Hey, man, I finally got that book that my cousin wrote. Wouldn't mind to give it. I think you'll like it. It's real deep shit about freeing the mind and other trippy shit like that." So I was like, "Yeah, bro." I was like, "Man, as soon as you're done, man, hit me up. I'll come pick it up and I'll read it in a couple of nights. I'll pump through it, give it to you, and then we'll just talk about it."
Can we buy it? Is he still writing it, or is it?
I don't know.
Because if you can buy it, ask him the name,
Yeah,
and I'll buy a copy, and I'll get it, and then we'll shout it out. We'll read it, man. I love that. That's the type. I don't read fantasy like you do. You're into fantasy. You read everything.
Yeah.
But I only read really self-help books and shit.
Man, I let myself down this year, man. I didn't read a book. I didn't read a single book this year. It's because I couldn't.
It's been a busy year, man.
I could not let go of the of Anthony Ryan's Memoria Draconis trilogy and the Valen Alsauna trilogy, the Blood Songs. I couldn't. Once I read, bro, I was like, bro, that reading that shit. That's another thing too. When I have money, I'm gonna hit this cunt up and I'm gonna try to turn them into movies because this shit needs. No, seriously, this shit needs. I will drop a couple mil easy. This needs to be seen. This is like, I'm telling you, bro. This is like Star Wars mixed with like Harry Potter mixed with Lord of the Rings type shit. This is like a weird fuck it, bro. It was amazing. But
Sounds cool.
So Anthony Ryan, mate, wherever the fuck you are, give me a few years when I've got money, bro. I'll be hitting you up, and we're turning that shit. We're turning both those trilogies into movies because they are insane.
And see, everyone thinks that everything gets made into movies. Every book, everything always gets made into movies. But there's so much out there.
Oh man, this shit needs to be seen. I've already got the actors too for the for the. I can't remember if I think no wait, which one was the? Oh, see, I've read them now like a couple years ago, bro. Fuck. One of the books, I think it's the Dragon one. Where, so it's from the perspective of three different people, three different characters. So I've already got the girl character, that would be Emma Watson. There's like a ship captain, he will be Robert Downey Jr. And he's got like his first mate, which is like a big Kiwi kind of like, that's got to be The Rock. And they go on these crazy adventures, bro. And then the main guy, Clay, will be played by the main character of Maze Runner. Have you seen Maze Runner?
Yeah.
That young cunt?
Yeah, Dylan O'Brien.
Dylan O'Brien. He will play Clay. And this shit is crazy, man. Like, it's done so well, man. Done so well. And they go on this crazy journey because, like, this evil entity comes, like, so they got dragons. Or not really dragons. They're more, what are they called? The ones that they don't really fly. They walk. Wyverns and drakes.
Oh, drakes.
Drakes, wyverns and drakes. So they're kind of like, they can fly, but there's also dragons that are just on foot. They're like wolves, more like wolves, but they're dragons. And it's a world full of them and shit. So people hunt them for the scales and yada. They use dragon, but the dragon blood, if you drink it, it gives you some certain people. I can't remember what they're called. Some certain people can drink different colored dragon blood and it gives them abilities. So green dragon gives you constitution, so you can like got
like
better,
One Piece.
better stamina, and then the red ones give you like fucking better like shit. It's just cool, man.
That
And,
sounds fucking awesome.
trust me, man. Trust me, bro. I was addicted. I was highly.
What's it called?
It's called
That sounds a fucking hectic.
and I was highly addicted.
How do people come up with this shit? Eh?
That's what I'm saying.
You always trying to.
This guy, how did he do that? Like, how did he? It needs to be seen in the. It's like the cunt who created Lord of the Rings.
And
like how?
It's once you hear it, you're like, fuck. Like, why didn't I come up with that? Like, drink certain people being able to drink different blood and it gives them certain abilities. Like, I could have came up with that, bro. Surely. That sounds cool. That's a crazy cast too. Imagine The Rock with Robert Downey
Bro,
Jr.
and Emma Watson, bro, and then at the end they all come together for this crazy. It's done so well, bro.
That'd be
So that's right, The Waking Fire. So yeah, Draconis Memoria by Anthony Ryan. Yeah, that's right. So the first one's Waking Fire. The second one is not Blood Song. Fuck, sorry. Blood Song's the other one by Anthony Ryan. So you've got. Why doesn't Google just tell me the books? It gives me like this crazy fucking. That's right. They're called the people who can drink the blood are called Blood Blessed.
Blood bless. That's
Yeah.
cool, man.
So you've got Queen. So you've got The Waking Fire, Legion of Fire, and then the Queen of Fire, and it's this crazy story, man. Like it's just done so fun. And the thing that was cool about it is that it was like this crazy character build. So you start with these characters from the start when it's kind of like nothing's really happening, and then by the time you get to the end. Bro, I had a tear at the end.
Yeah, that's mad.
I just had a tear. I was like, wow. I was like, that was nuts.
Good character development's so important, you know.
I might reread those, man. They were crazy.
Speaking of cast, did you see the Mario movie trailer?
Yeah.
It looks fucking
Look cool.
good,
Look
bro.
cool. And people
It
are
looks
complaining
good.
about Chris Pratt's voice. Like,
Chris Pratt is the weakest of the cast so far. From what I've seen, he's definitely the weakest. The rest of the cast have done so well.
no, because like,
But I don't think it's bad. I
It's
don't.
not
I don't
bad.
think bad because
Come
you can't
on.
listen to Charles Martinet, the original voice of Mario,
For
You can't
3 hours.
Having him,
Yahoo!
and
Like,
he's
fuck,
in the movie
that'd be
anyway, so
annoying.
he's clearly okay with it. But like,
Yeah.
it's got to be made for a movie, you know.
exactly.
And Jack Black as Bowser is awesome, bro. I'm so keen for that movie. I fucking love Nintendo.
When is that out?
Next year in April, I think. But speaking of Nintendo, I got to get this off my chest. New Pokemon. You haven't played it, I'm assuming.
Nah, Brad's been playing it though at work. The cunt's been bringing his Switch to work.
yeah.
Playing it at
It's-
work.
Look,
Good or not good?
Pokemon, it's good. But Pokemon. People like me, bro, we are old and we love Pokemon for the potential. It has so much
Yeah, I
fucking
feel like-
wasted potential.
Yeah.
They have so much potential they don't know what to do with. It's getting there. But that's the thing with Pokemon. In increments of every generation, every fucking 3 years, they're getting closer and closer to the ideal Pokemon game. It's just not there yet. They're almost there. But like they could do so much, man. It's mad. The Pokemon in the wild, open world.
the graphics look
are
sick.
garbage.
You reckon? I reckon they look
Terrible.
cool.
Like Pokemon could do so much better. They
Yeah,
have
but-
Xenoblade Chronicles and games that look amazing on the Switch, and then Pokemon,
but
a $1 billion company. They got it's not,
But you don't-
and there's a lot of glitches.
You don't
problems.
got much to work with a Switch.
But that's what I'm saying. There's
Like-
games like Xenoblade Chronicles and shit which look great. Smash Brothers look great. You can do a lot with a unique art style, not so intensive art style, but it's just so much wasted potential in Pokemon. And we keep buying and we keep hoping that they'll get there. And I reckon they will eventually.
What do you
but-
want? What do you want? What's your ideal
Well,
Pokemon
listen,
game? Like, what's
Listen,
your?
they're getting there. The open world and everything, the Pokemon are roaming. Make it harder, not so directed at children. It's fine, it's a children's game.
Yeah.
But you can up the ante a little bit, make it a family game. They had Black and White 2, I believe, which had a difficulty rating. They haven't done that since. All the games are too easy. Make the trainers you battle in the wild now, they always only have one Pokemon, two
Yeah.
Pokemon. Make them have like every
5
now
or
and then
6,
a
yeah.
team of 6, like
Yeah.
big threats. And there's it's hard, man, because you love Pokemon for the characters and the world. It's such a cool idea.
Yeah, it is, it
Such
is,
a
it
cool idea, but they just
Yeah,
don't know
for
what
me-
to do with it.
I'm more into kind of like when I was younger, watching the Pokemon before school type of shit. I'm pretty sure I watched every episode of like the first 2 seasons or whatever the fuck they're called, generations, whatever. But the games for me, they don't really do it. Like it's cool, the idea is cool, but like you said, for me, it's just not there. If in my personal opinion, which is people probably won't agree, is that it's basically impossible. But Nintendo needs to somehow make a PC Pokemon game. You need to bite the bullet. They've now released brand new graphics cards, right? The 40 series. man, these things, man, they cost you fucking $3,000 just for one part, just for the graphics card. But do you know the power that one part has? Man, it makes your games. You don't even know what's the game or what's real life anymore with these graphics cards, man. My mate Diamond's got one, and he was streaming. He was playing Warzone. Me and him were playing Warzone like last month, whatever. That graphics card, man, I was like mouth watering. I was like, whoa.
Well,
Man, they need to bite the bullet. Make a Pokemon PC game where it's open world, free roaming, like kind of like the Jedi Fallen Order type shit, but you do it with Pokemon.
There's a lot of talk that they're gonna eventually do a pro, but it's Nintendo, so we don't know. But hopefully they do make a pro, and it's got
Like a Switch Pro.
And it's not portable. If it's portable, you lose power.
No.
So
no more portable devices.
The
man.
thing is with Pokemon, right? It's just if they made it more realistic, like I love how you can throw your Pokemon out anytime they follow you and shit. That stuff's cool, but like the sizing, get the sizing right. Make Whale Lord fucking massive. You know, don't shrink them down because it's got to be realistic. And also, they have in the new game, right, where the Pokemon will be in like little hordes. Like you see them, there'll be like a group of 5 and then one fully evolved one, and they all follow in the fully evolved. Like that's just a bit. It's cool, but it's a bit unrealistic. For some Pokemon, it works, like Go-Goat and Herd Pokemon. But like, it's just too like copy and paste. Make the Pokemon act in the world how they're described to act in the Pokédex and shit. Like, make them actually be more realistic.
See,
like,
the thing is,
that would be cool, man.
That's the thing. You can't make games like that unless you're on a fucking computer or a PlayStation 5. They can't have.
You do need a lot of power.
You can't have the power like that for a Switch.
But
unfortunately,
you should look at the new game. It's pretty good. Open world. Like, it is impressive.
I've been watching Brad. It looks cool, but I'd never get it. And
I'm not a big fan of the Pokédex either. A lot of people like it, but the new Pokemon they introduced, I'm not like this. It seems to me there's a lot of lazy evolutions.
They're running out of ideas.
Are just like.
Dash Bun.
They don't change. I like that one actually.
It's cool because it's Dash Hound, but
they don't change as much. Like they used to change, but there's a lot of evolutions. I get it for some, but like there's a lot of evolutions where they don't change that much. They just like kind of this one now. It's like standing up with a bit of tuft of hair on its head.
So
it's like,
how often are they releasing generations of new Pokemons? Okay. Every couple of years or?
Usually every 3 years. But a generation is when they introduce new Pokemon, new Pokédex, a new region. So it's a new world. This one's based in Spain. The characters speak Spanish and shit sometimes. But they do that every 3 years, more or less. Sometimes give or take. But
I was gonna say if they're
in those 3 years, there's a Pokemon game like every year almost.
Yeah, that's why.
But it's in that region.
Okay, I was gonna say if they're releasing new Pokemon every year, then I think maybe that could be a problem. They need to sort of slow down and go, okay, we've now got like fucking 1,000 Pokemons. Let's refine it and let's make a killer game with these 1,000 Pokemons. Like
I think they will. And in every game, not every game has every single Pokemon in the world. Like you can transfer them over if you had them, but like they're not available in the game, which is good. I like that they cycle them out. Yeah. But also, what's cool is they're getting there with is if you're in the water, right, and you have a water Pokemon or a Pokemon that can go in the water, it'll be in the water. So like it's swimming, but like if your Pokemon's a land Pokemon, you can still battle, but you'll be on like a floating disc.
Okay. See, they should make it that you can't use the Pokemon. Like
that's what I'm saying. Like they should figure out more ways to kind of like it's
if you want to go in the water to look for water Pokemons, there's always that one guy who says Pokemons. But if you're looking for water Pokemons, you can't then whip out your fucking Rapidash, who's a fire horse, and he's on a random floating disc. No, it should be. Nah, you got to go in the water with your water Pokemons to attack that water challenge. No, like...
Or figure out a way to make it less jarring. But they're getting there. They are getting there. And I think they will eventually make the ideal Pokemon game. I reckon, my theory, I've said, Generation 10, they're at 9 now. So Gen 10...
is like the big one?
I reckon it's going to be Australia. They're going to do Australia. Yeah. They're going to do Australia. They got it. Australia is...
Have they done Japan?
The first 4 are in Japan.
Okay.
But different regions of Japan. Then they start expanding. The 5th one is based on the United States, Unova. The 6th one is based on France, Kalos. 7 was based on Hawaii.
Yeah, Kanto or something?
No, Alola. Kanto's the first one.
Kanto's the first one, okay.
And then 8 was based in Great Britain, which is the latest one before this one. And this one's based in Spain.
What's this region called?
Paldea.
And what's the one, the Britain one?
Galar.
Galar, okay.
But, and also with the starter Pokemon, stop doing these themes. They're taking the themes too much. Like, the Pokemon just used to be cool Pokemon with a little bit of a theme. But now they're taking these themes and like, so like the one last generation in England, the fire one's a soccer bunny and he plays soccer. The grass ones are like a rock drummer, like Kiss, based on Kiss type of drumming monkey. And then, you know, they all have like a theme, and same with this one. They're all like Spain one's like a fucking, the water one's like a fucking salsa dancer and shit. And it's like, don't make it more so related heavily. Like what happened to fucking Feraligatr and fucking Blaziken and shit, where they're just like, they're just cool creatures.
Yeah, yeah.
I reckon they should bring it back to that.
It's got to go, I think, for me, what would probably entice me to buy it would be make it more creature based. Show me some fucking monsters that are fucking slithering around and shit. Not a fucking, I don't want a salsa dancing bunny.
Of course, you said Slytherin too, because that's the last thing I'll say. My problem with Pokemon is that the Pokemon follow you around. You can bring them out whenever you want and shit. That's cool, great. You can see them in the world now, but like, stop making everything float and fly. Like, make it realistic, man. Like, they always have Onyx and Steelix and shit flying above the ground to follow you behind. Like, why don't you make them slither on the ground? On the floor, Or Milotic, they're flying. Like, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. And I like the idea of not having the water Pokemon floating above the ground to follow you. Just have them not be able to go on land or something. Figure out a way to, you know, I don't know. Yeah. I would like if it was more realistic.
Yeah, yeah.
But, you know, it's getting there. It is good. It's a fun game. I'm still playing it. I play it when I can, usually at night. I have very little windows to play lately, but yeah, I'm chugging through the main story. It's cool. The other problem, this is a real last problem. So the game's main draw, it's never been done in Pokemon, is that it's open world. You can go to any mission you want, do it in any order, but the levels don't scale. So you can go to the 8th gym with a level 15 Pokemon, but he's going to be fucking level 50 and he's going to slaughter you.
Yeah.
So that's not really, like, they should have made it scale. And
they shouldn't let you in that last area in the first place.
I like that. It'd be cool because in the anime too, you see it, I think it's Origin. I don't remember which anime, but anyway, the gym leaders, right? I used to wonder too, like, how does the gym work? How can this be the first gym if people are all over the world? Someone might live close to this gym and that might be their first gym, but it's a strong-ass gym. But in the anime, they showed that the gym leaders, based on your amount of gym badges, have different teams. So there was one where I think it was Brock in the anime where he had all these Pokeballs and he chooses the ones based on the level, the amount of badges. So they fight. They could do that then, like make it scale. So if you've got 3 badges, you go to this guy, he's got a team made for 3 badges. If you go to this guy... So a lot of people are upset with that, but I have hope. They're getting there.
They'll get there. They'll get there.
Anyway,
we're
fucking Pokemon, man, so much potential. Live up to it. $1 billion company. Live up to it. Make a good game.
Don't forget too, they probably got that perfect game already done or halfway done. They're just fucking juicing it now. They're just showing.
And they're lazy. They know if they produce shit, people still buy it. So like, you know.
Damn, man. Well, that's my topics done.
Well, I had a few more, but the last thing I'll talk about, and then we'll quickly chug through the Instagram polls, was thing I've been watching on Netflix called Ancient Apocalypse. Have you seen it?
No.
So it's by Graham Hancock. I love this fucking dude, man. I fucking love this guy. He's been on Joe Rogan a bunch of times. And basically his philosophy is that civilized humans and civilized society has been around a lot longer than archaeologists tell us. And there's a lot of evidence to back it. And he believes one of the main points, which is very compelling, is that the Sphinx, right? So they date the Sphinx to about 2,000 years old. That's what they tell us. Graham Hancock believes it's over 12,000 years old and that there was a massive flooding. There's all these religions and cultures around the world that tell the same stories of a great flood. And he thinks that a comet event caused mass flooding when the ice caps melted at the end of the last ice age and flooded most of the world, wiped out most of the people, and all civilization had to restart. And there's a lot of compelling evidence, and the show is really good. But what he says about the Sphinx is that it makes sense to be 12,000 years old because one of the main points is that people always wondered why the Sphinx head is so disproportionate to the body. Well, that makes sense if the ancient Egyptians already found the Sphinx already made and partially eroded as a lion. It was just a normal lion. But they carved away at the head to shape it into a pharaoh's head when they found it.
So that's why the head is so much smaller than the body. And there's a lot of interesting points like that. It's very interesting stuff. It's very cool. I feel there's a lot of credibility.
What's the show called?
Ancient Apocalypse. He's banned. Like a lot of archaeologists and the archaeology community don't accept him, and they label him as like a fucking fraud and all this shit, and they try to tarnish his name. And he's banned from sites. Like he's banned from going back to Egypt now because they're like scared of his investigation,
uncovering the truth,
which is weird. There's a lot of weird stuff, but I thought that was interesting. Great show, Ancient Apocalypse. I'm really liking it. I've always loved that dude, Graham Hancock. So it was cool when I saw that he had a show.
Might give it a go then. Damn, that's cool.
Yeah, very interesting.
Yeah, I'd never heard of that.
His Joe Rogans are fucking awesome. If you watch his Joe Rogan,
yeah, cool.
He talks about DMT. So there's this thing on DMT. So the Imperial College, right? They're doing a study on DMT, and they've ran tests. This is what he talks about as well on Joe Rogan, where they keep participants in the peak state of DMT for over an hour via drip feed. So they slowly drip feed them, and they have been in the DMT state for over an hour. And they've all stated the same things. They've encountered the same beings. So they're doing research into uncovering whether the DMT realm is actually real and there's real entities in there. And that's what all the evidence they're kind of leaning towards from all these people, these tests they've done, that it's actually real. It's a real dimension that you can access, or like that we just don't have access to, or something. I don't know. DMT is super interesting. But
yeah, fuck that. I wouldn't do that even if they paid me. No way.
I'm sure you would, bro.
That'd be way too scary.
I'm sure you would.
Fuck that. Because knowing me, I wouldn't go to the fun place. I'd go to the fucking
the scary one,
where all the Satanists are and shit. I'd be like, get me the fuck out of here. No, fuck that.
Yeah, I think that's all my points. We'll quickly we'll chug through these fucking Instagram polls. I said, ask us a question. Safe Boys says, what's everyone's best quality in the TJMR family? Well, we're all creative.
Best quality, okay. Well, I guess the musicians, obviously, for me, is all their different styles of music. So that's, I mean, I don't really have to touch too much into it, but Moby, because he's like a fucking indie lo-fi fucking, fucking strange man. Steven, because it's more of like a modern type take on, his music's modern but still very different to the radio and stuff. Holloway is like literally our Aussie Ed Sheeran, you know what I mean? So that's cool to have that like mainstream flair in the label, but knowing he can still, same thing, it's all, what I mean by mainstream is it sounds, his music, Holloway sounds like he could be on the radio, but it sounds nothing like what's on the radio. You know what I mean? He's making shit way better than the radio. And then the Safe Boys, just Jazza being able to his managing skills to manage that and have, he's
got a lot of great ideas.
Yeah, Jazza's, he's an ideas man. And then you got Mitty, the tech guy, and then you got Dusty Red. Where's Blake been?
So Blake is
time off because of the
he's
kid,
retired from the show for now, but yeah, Dusty Red's kind of stepped in full time.
Yeah, he seems like a funny guy.
He's great, man. Yeah. They're all great, man. Blake probably, I've been telling him, like, you got to try get him back for a special or something as a guest, Hopefully they can do that.
Yeah. But yeah, I think everyone's got their own special qualities. It's cool.
And Aussie Slang's just a great dude, man. If you met this guy,
Aussie Slang, man,
he will give you
very
fucking skin off his back, man, if you had nothing.
Same thing, Aussie Slang's funny, entertaining, but he can also, be very helpful and serious with his psychological side of things.
He's a very kind guy.
Though, next year, though, I do want the musicians to step up a bit. I want to hear more music from everyone. Like, even if it's like, I know it's hard for them, but even if they're not happy with it, rather than just fucking trying to tweak it for months and then you just get over it, just fucking release it. So I'll send a message probably later at the end of the year and try. I want a bit more music, not just from me and you. Safe Boys killing it, the weekly thing. They keep doing what they're doing. Maybe it'd be cool if Jazza could I know it's hard because of work and stuff, but try to organize a bit more clips for the Instagram and the TikToks and stuff like that.
They're working on that.
Yeah, more clips, more visual clips. But other than that, yeah, they've been killing it with the weekly stuff. But I want to hear more music.
I agree.
I want to hear more music next year.
He also says, the name Oliver sounds like farting in a bath. I heard you talking about that.
Oliver.
Oliver?
Yeah. Lucky I don't got any friends named Oliver.
He says, shoot, shag, marry Dusty Red, Andrew Tate, and Castro. Well, I'll kill Castro.
Kill Castro.
I'll marry Dusty
Andrew Tate.
Red, and I'll shag. Oh, okay.
I'll
Well,
shag
vice
Dusty,
versa. Those
yeah.
two can be, interchangeable. Aaron says, if you could have one wish in the world, what would it be?
Money.
I knew you were going to say that. World peace.
Money.
Love, world peace.
Money.
Solve hunger. My wish would be fucking everyone to stop being so stupid.
If I had money, I could change the world on my own if I had money.
Aaron also says, do you miss school and hanging out with your friends every day?
No.
I love school. I had a great experience in school. Everyone's doing well. I do miss my friends sometimes. I miss hanging out with you guys. I haven't seen Aaron, or I see Aaron at your house sometimes in a while. Saw Tori this morning at the gym. Yeah, it's good catching up with people.
I still see the same motherfuckers from school every weekend, so I've got no issues, man.
I miss our little. We used to go to Red Rooster. It would be me, Pierce, Josh, Aaron, and Tori. We go to Red Rooster every recess and lunch. Like, it was fun being older in school, like the older crowd, because it was very quiet in year 12, 11. And we had a cool little group. But yeah, the friends I hung out with in school, I still pretty much see them. I just don't hang out much anymore these days, but the people, when I do see them, everyone's doing well, man. All the boys, still the same boys. Everyone's just busy all the time, But yeah, I do miss school sometimes. I had great memories in school. One thing you regret in life and can't say no regrets. Aaron also says that. I regret I don't know. What do you regret?
Nothing.
I regret
Nothing.
She said you can't say nothing. I regret not being more just aware, I guess. Not being more present.
Yeah.
Not knowing the knowledge I have now back then.
Yeah, but that's never gonna
It's
happen.
impossible,
Like,
of
it's
course.
impossible.
But I regret just be a little smarter.
Yeah.
Make a little bit smarter decisions. Last one in the polls. Oh, that was Zex's one. We already did that. So thank you for been answering the questions. I know it's been a while. I know a lot more of you have been answering the polls.
Well, what episode is this? 48. I reckon we can make
47.
No, I think this is 48. I reckon
Joey was 45. Then after Joey, we did the music. This is 47, I think.
I reckon we can squeeze in 50 as a. This is 47. 47, 48, yeah. Just depending on my work schedule, man. I really want to make 50 the Christmas special. That'd be cool. End the year with 50 halfway through to the fucking cigar. This thing's gonna just be cardboard by the time we open it. It's just gonna fucking break away. It's gonna break away in our fucking fingers, bro. We can't smoke this inside when we get to it, bro. This is going to stink the joint out, bro. We're going to have to do it outside. I don't know how.
That's why it'd be cool if we do 50 Christmas special. We have everyone outside. I almost burnt my fucking hands off there. I forgot that thing was there. We all smoking outside.
Cigar. No,
but it'll be 50. We can't cut it down now, can we?
No, I'll just buy other cigars.
Yeah, that's true. But this is a special one.
How would we do
Pierce
it?
got me this from fucking Thailand, That's where it came from.
There's going to be a good cigar. But
you got it for like $2.
How do we do it outside? I'd have to literally plug this. I can't be fucking
SD card, like we said. Or extension
the SD card with extension cable.
We'll work it out. Yeah. Anyway, then I said, how do you put sauce on chips? Do you spread it all over the sauce?
Yeah,
all over the chips, or on the side and dip? And 73% said on the side and dip. 27% said all over. 6 votes all over. 16 votes on the side and dip. I'm all over too. I always have been.
Yeah.
Always will be. Even though it's more practical and probably better to dip it in. I don't know why. I just always
all over.
And just if I get a chip with no sauce, I get a chip with no sauce. It is what it is. And pyramids built by aliens, slaves. 70% said aliens, 30% said slaves. 19 votes for aliens, 8 votes for slaves. And another thing about the Safe Boys too. Check out the latest episode dropped today. It had memes by Steven on it. They're very he's very hungry and he knows what he's doing. They're very technical, tech savvy. They play clips and shit. Like
it's good at they're good at the clipping and stuff. But because it'd be good for Mitty to be able to join in on the convo and just talk instead of trying to monitor. Like, unless you have a technical difficulty, you don't have to be watching the screen and shit the whole time. You can just let it flow, let the convo flow. But that's why Jez is very good at handling that, the Safe Boys side. He's very good. He's very switched on with it. You can tell he enjoys it.
Yeah, he does enjoy it. He's very hungry.
That's all you want. You just want someone who fucking enjoys what they're doing.
So the pyramids, that's 19 votes for aliens, 8 votes for slaves. Yeah, I think if it wasn't aliens, it was giants or something. There's something weird.
Or it actually just was 10,000 little fucking African slaves,
no
bro.
Way. There's a lot on that in the Ancient Apocalypse show about pyramids. They're everywhere. Pyramids in Mexico, pyramids. Anyway, very interesting stuff. Then I said, how do you listen to FireCast? YouTube or Spotify? 60% said YouTube.
Yeah.
32% said Spotify. 8 votes for Spotify. 17 votes for YouTube.
Yeah. I feel like the visual stuff's very... People like to watch
I watch it on
something.
YouTube because I watch it for clips and I make clips as I watch. But sometimes it's annoying going through the whole episode, even though I already know everything that we're saying. But it's good. I love making clips, man, and the TikTok's been popping up lately. It's good. Are psychic mediums legit? Phony. 59% legit. 41% phony. 9 votes phony. 13 votes legit. I think they're legit, but I think there are a lot of phony ones too.
It's phony. It's
really.
I could give you a reading right now. Like what people seem like we always say, because people are so invested in themselves and only care about themselves. As soon as I say to you or someone who wants a reading, is there a child in your life that's just been presented, and then they straight away go, oh yeah, my best friend had a kid, or my best friend's kid turned 2, or my niece turned 7. Like it's just because all they're thinking about themselves. Like it's not real. Like it's literally called like placebo effect.
I agree.
I'm telling you what you want to hear.
I agree. There's a lot of that, but there are very good mediums.
Oh yeah, there are ones that would be good.
But I don't know. I think there's something to it. Anyway,
people need. I think once you motherfuckers stop, making everything about yourselves, you will realize that it's wow. I literally just picked apart the parts I wanted to hear and made it into a fucking thing. But yeah, like I said, most of you cunts. Yeah, he's a fuckwits. But until you learn that, you know what I mean?
My life has changed for the better so hard, realizing how everyone is just a narcissist. At work, my new job, everybody I seem to be everyone's favorite because I don't talk. I don't say anything about myself. You just listen.
Listen to them.
I'm a great listener.
Oh man, Dylan's the coolest guy ever. Bro. Because they're just bullshitting about themselves, bro. Yes. Yeah.
I do that all the time. My life everywhere now. There's been times too where I'm having a conversation or whatever and they're saying something and I have a related story. I can say, oh yeah, this happened. I did this and this and this as well. But I just
don't say
let
it.
It go.
Yeah, that was.
I just let it go.
That's been me.
Because they don't care.
This job's different because I work with my mates, so we're actually all having a laugh. But my previous jobs, oh my god, I was like, I used to stroke people's egos to the point where like I was being sarcastic and they did not even realize I was being like a fuckwit to their face. Like I'm being a fuckwit to your face, and you're so invested in yourself you don't realize that. Fuck, this can't make me look like an idiot. But that's what I was doing. That's how like
it was what Sally was talking about a long time ago. That book, how to get people to like you.
Yeah.
But you just don't say
it's crazy.
And I like listening. I'm a great listener. If you listen, you learn. So I like ingesting. So I just sit there. Anyway. Then I said, last one, would you rather own a house, travel the world? 9 votes, own a house, 15 votes, travel the world.
Travel the world.
I'd rather travel the world. Fuck owning a house. I don't care. I don't want to save up for fucking 25 years, have all this money, spend it on a house, and I'm back to square one. Yeah, I got a house, but now fast fucking 25 years, I spent up all this money. It's gone. It's like, fuck a house. Anyway.
All right,
that's
man.
it,
guys,
man.
Woo!
It's been a long one.
That felt good.
It's been, we're a bit rusty, all right? But fuck.
That felt good.
Give us time, man.
That felt good. Get no fucking apologies, man. Work's been a fucking drag. Did you see my story though? Shout out to everyone in any one of those radio dudes right now, like shout out to India, Mexico, Bolivia, Algeria, Australia, Germany, United Kingdom, Kenya, Nicaragua, Qatar, and Taiwan. All listeners from fucking Taiwan.
Do you want to check your... Did you improve on your Spotify artist rap thing? What are your numbers? Did you check?
Yeah, I checked. No, bro.
You would have improved.
No, I don't think I did.
You must have.
No, I don't think I did. I'll double check. No, because I've got the screenshot on my PC from last year. I'm pretty sure my numbers last year were better. I don't know how. I released double the amount of music, But I guess it just goes to show that like doesn't matter how much music you release, if people don't vibe with it, people don't vibe with it. Like
I don't remember.
your numbers were cool, but mine were worse.
I don't remember if this is last year or the year before, but that's last year, the year before.
Yeah, 6.7K streams. Yeah,
and that's
and
this
now
year.
yeah. See that they're cool. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, mine are.
Yeah, I thought we all would have been going up. I'm sure
man.
you improved a little bit.
No, I don't think so,
you
man.
Must have.
I really don't think so. I'm pretty sure like last year I had like only total streams like 15,000 or 16,000, and this year I only cracked like 9. I don't know. It's weird. It was hard to believe. I was like, wow, okay. This year I released fucking like 15 songs or something. 15 songs wait, did I do an EP?
Are you sure you had 15 last year?
Yeah, bro. Yep. 100p. I'll look for the screenshot. I know it's on my computer somewhere. I'll try to find the screenshot. I could be mixing up the numbers, but I'm pretty sure I did better last year. It doesn't make any fucking sense, but I'll double check it though, because I haven't checked the last year's numbers.
Well, yeah, I'm not sure. I think this is the first one's the year before last year. I had 6.7K streams. And this year I have 58.5K streams. So that's a big jump.
That's mad.
I think that was the year before. I couldn't find last year's one, I don't think. But yeah, 92 countries. That's fire.
Yeah, it's mad, man.
The streams is the least important one. It's the fucking listeners.
I love the countries one. The countries one is dope, man. That's dope.
That's sick, man.
All right, guys.
All right, well, I think that'll do, man.
Thank you very much. We're gonna try. I'm gonna try hard to get us to 50 before the end of the year break. But like I said, work's been a drag, man.
I think I got everything off my chest. No, I didn't. Final thought before parting thought. You know when people score something and they say give it a score out of 10? Why is 5 considered a bad score? 5 is average. Right?
Yeah, 5's average.
Next time someone asks you to rate something, 5 is okay. 6 is better than average. 7, 8, 9, 10. I remember watching The Block, and the judges they've fucking plateaued the scores. Now everyone's getting 7s and 8s and shit every fucking week. Now when someone gets a 6 or a 5, they're like, it's terrible. But bro, 5 is supposed to be fucking average. Everyone scores too high. 5 is good, in between, halfway. Anyway, we sort that. Stop fucking scoring shit too high. Next time someone asks you if you enjoy something, rate out of 10. Keep that in mind. 5
rate this show out of 5.
10.
2. Sheesh.